Wonka was a movie that I was not expecting to be as good as it was. The trailers I thought looked mid. I was excited to see Timothy Chalamet as Wonka, but when me and Gmail saw the movie, it was actually good. Gmail, what was this movie about?
It's the origin story of the one and only Willy Wonky. He like it's just his come up story about how he was like a broke ass guy, and then he like made chocolate, changed the lives of the people in this town who hate chocolate because it's like ruled by free chocolate owners. Then he stunts on them, and then he gets a chocolate factory, and then some guy called Charlie shows up. It's so sick.
Nah, I don't think Charlie was in this movie.
Oh wait, what?
Nah, but yo, it was a good movie. Like it had. I usually don't like many musicals other than La 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 and stuff. But this had good musicals, yo. This had good songs.
Yeah, we
Musicals are
enjoyed it.
growing. Yeah, and Timothy Chalamet was actually a pretty good Wonka.
Yeah, I wasn't
Like,
expecting that, but like he is actually a good actor, so I forgot about that. Like, but he did a pretty good Wonka. You know, he could sing, he could dance, he could be a silly little boy full of joy.
yeah, the bad guy was cool to see. The little girl was pretty good as
Okay,
well.
nonce. Matt Lucas was there,
Matt Lucas was there.
and he looked
He had
like
a bunch of
Hitler for some reason.
Yeah, he had a bunch of British actors, which was like cool for us to see because they were all from like kids' TV show, like Horrible Histories. Did
And
you ever watch
there's
Horrible Histories?
yeah, yeah, and there's that one guy from Peep Show. I was like, whoa, it's him.
Yeah, yeah. So there are a whole bunch of there are a whole bunch of like British actors, which for us is like cool to see. But yeah, honestly, it was a good movie, and the set designs were all sick. The seeing that whole indoor bit with like the indoor Candyland type thing
Yeah,
when he opened up
chocolate.
his store. Yeah, so good, so good. And what do you think this would get a sequel, Gmo?
It technically already does, mate. It's called Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This is a prequel.
Yeah, but do you think they're gonna make one further on in the future with Timothy, another one with Timothy Chalamet?
Uh, they probably would because money. Because I'm pretty sure this did pretty good in box office, like I expected it to. But I kind of don't want them to. But I wouldn't be mad if they
Yeah,
did because like I enjoyed this film. You know, it was like I went in pretty low expectations, but then like the entire like just lots of whimsical joy. You know, like I was just not expecting it to be like that fun. I was like pretty happy outside leaving the cinema, and maybe it was just the vibes of that day. You know, because like it was the end of term time. It was getting up to Christmas. Everything was looking all pretty and stuff, and then
yeah.
pretty
That
lit.
day, that it was a whole vibe. That thing. I think it was released at a good time because it did feel like a nice Christmas time type movie to be
Yeah,
released. Again, it was a good vibe. It was a good vibe that day and everything. So I don't know. Maybe that has an influence on like how we
maybe.
thought of the movie.
And like
But over,
I thought the
yeah, it's
movie
definitely
would
a good
just
movie.
like I thought the movie would just be for like families and kids and like would appeal to them more, but we enjoyed it a lot. And the thing is, we were the youngest people in the cinema.
Yeah,
Everyone else there was just like old and on their own, which like no offense
I
to
was
them.
not expecting that. And we went at like 6 o'clock or something like that. It wasn't like we went in the middle of the day during like a school time or anything.
Yeah, no, so
So I don't know where like all the families were at, but like the guy in front of us was like 50 years old, and everyone
yeah.
around us was like probably 30 or something.
Yeah, we were the youngest
And
ones there,
don't forget
crazy.
about Hugh Grant as the Oompa Loompa.
Oh yeah, he apparently hated all of that, but it's Hugh Grant, you know.
It was a pretty good movie. If you haven't seen it, it definitely is one to watch.
Recommend.
It's fun. It's good for adults and for kids, like as a whole family movie. Like a lot of some movies, like for example, when we talked about the Garfield movie the other week, that movie was doggy doo doo.
Straight boring.
Boring. What would you give the movie, Gino?
I give it a solid 7 out of 10.
I give it 7.5.
Oh, okay, decimals.
That's crazy. Bye bye.
Like and subscribe.